Namaste, this is Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu, and in this session, we will be studying about why your carbon is so versatile. So, what makes it different from the other elements, and why do we have a separate branch in chemistry meant only for carbon compounds? So, many of you might have this question. No, why do we have a separate chapter only for carbon and not for other elements? So in this session, I guess you will find a solution for your doubts. So before that, let us solve your problems also which you guys face related to the education or learning. So usually whenever you take a session, whenever you attend a session offline or online, so these are few problems which you face. So these are the problems which we have collected from the students itself. It's not something we have thought about. So doubts, notes, tests and assignments, competitive exams, choice of schedule, choice of language. So in all these areas, you guys are facing few problems. So what if I tell you, not one or two, but all of these problems have been solved on a single platform. So along with that, first thing you have figured out the solution for all of your problems. Along with that, we have some extra options for you also. For like example, we have different kinds of courses: micro course, crash course, and the long-term courses where we will complete your whole curriculum. And micro courses, it will be always my favorite. So because you will be able to study any chapter any number of times by the teacher you want to learn from. So you will have lot of options to choose from, maybe the master teachers or the chapters or the subject or the schedule, the timings. So you will have the freedom to prepare your own schedule, and the performance report will be sent to you guys regularly, and the test will be conducted regularly, and the assignments will be shared with you after every session. You will get the detailed notes at the end of every session. So we will try to make sure that all of your doubts will be cleared in class. We will have class teachers, master teachers who together will solve all of your doubts. If you are impressed and if you want to take up the subscription and be a part of Vedantu, so just visit vdnt.in/ytpro and select your grade 9th, 10th, CBSE 2021, ICSE 2021, Maharashtra board, and click onto the get subscription. So we have 3 different plans. So choose whichever is okay for you if you want to just come and see how exactly is it. So 1 month, but I would say 6 months is a really good plan because you will be able to save 40%. Only if you use the coupon code SURPRO. So if you use this coupon code, you will be getting additional 15% on these subscription packs. So just visit vdnt.in/ytpro and use the coupon code SURPRO. Okay, okay. Now let us find an answer for all of your questions. Why carbon is so unique, or why is it versatile? Yes. We ourselves are made up of carbon atoms. So I guess in the last session I have briefly explained about the versatile nature of carbon, right? I have given an introduction. Our body, we have 18% carbon. 18% of our body is made up of carbon. And carbon dioxide is there, and the carbohydrates and all those carbonates, bicarbonates, different compounds. So if you look around yourself, the number of carbon compounds whose formula are known to chemists, okay, that means there are other carbon compounds whose formula is not known yet. It was about to be 3 million. The number of carbon compounds whose formula are known to chemists was recently estimated to be 3 million, and trust me, it's a huge number. This outnumbers by a large margin the compounds formed by all the other elements put together. So we have different elements, we have different compounds also, right? Sodium chloride is, sodium sulfate is there, ferrous sulfate, ferric chloride, ferrous sulfide. sulfide. So just put, even though after putting them together also, your carbon compounds number will be more. It is 3 million. So why? So what is there inside a carbon atom which is not there in other elements? So what makes it form so many, such huge number of compounds? Right? That is something to be thought of. Acha. First thing is, it is tetravalent. That means it can form 4 bonds. Its valency is 4. It can form 4 bonds. The nature of the covalent bond enables carbon to form a such number of compounds. So why? As the carbon atom ka size is small, the bond formed, the covalent bond formed will be very strong. Okay, it can just form bonds with other elements and with the other carbon atoms. And it has a special property called as catenation. So what is this unique ability is? It can just form bond with other carbon atoms and form a long chain of compounds. It will just go on bonding with other carbon atoms and it can form a long chain of carbon molecules. And this is a unique property of carbon. So these compounds may have long chains of carbon. So there are different types, okay? So long chain, one type, and branched. This is what is branched. Okay? Or even you can find it in ring form also, closed chain. But here you can see that carbon it is bonding with the other carbon atoms and forming huge number of molecules. And now this is different. See, CH4, C2H6, they are all different. One carbon atom. So, addition or deletion of one carbon atom means it's a different compound. It's a different molecule. So that is the reason you have so many number of molecules. And the other one is, usually, one thing we know is oxygen is this one. It forms double bond. But your carbon, it can form single bond, double bond, triple bond. And all these compounds, they are unique. They are different. See, this is ethane. Okay. This is ethene. This is ethine. So all these three are different compounds. What is different here? The number of bonds between two carbon atoms. That's it, no? So this makes it so unique. Triple bond, double bond, and single bond. So carbon atoms, it can bond with other carbon atom by single or double or triple bonds. So based on the number of bonds between two carbon atoms, you have two types of compounds. Take care. Saturated and unsaturated compounds. What is saturated? You all might know, saturated solution, saturated solution. So what is saturated solution? So the solution which has reached its capacity where it cannot dissolve any more solute. So saturated compound is, but here saturated compound, it is a compound in which you can find only single bonds. So these saturated compounds, so they are not reactive. Okay? They are not reactive because they are saturated. They have 4 bonds. They are stable. So this is the reason it is called as, such compounds are called as saturated compounds. Compounds of carbon which are linked by only single bonds. Between the carbon compounds, atoms, they are called as saturated compounds. Unsaturated is compounds of carbon having double or triple bond. For example, CC double bond, this is unsaturated compound. C triple bond, this is also unsaturated compound. Okay? If in a compound, if you can find double bond or triple bond between carbon atoms, then such compounds, it is called as unsaturated compound. It's only, we are considering only the bonding between two carbon atoms. Okay? Based on that, we can classify the hydrocarbons into saturated, yeah, unsaturated compounds. Okay. See, so catenation using that property, that is the main reason. Okay, the two properties which makes our carbon atom so versatile is, one is tetravalency and the other one is your catenation. So no other element exhibits the property of catenation to the extent seen in carbon atoms. So there is this one more element, even though it does not exhibit this property to carbon's extent, it can form long chain compounds. Okay? And that will be a homework. I want you to tell me which element is that. Write into the comment section. Okay. So as I told you, because of the small size of your carbon atom, the bonding, the covalent bond between carbon atoms are very strong. Why, ma'am? What is the relation between the strength of the bond and the size? If you're asking, see, so what happens, these shared pair of electron will be very close to nucleus, है ना? If the size is small, so obviously the shared pair of electron will be closer to the nucleus and your nucleus can hold on to the shared pair of electrons strongly. So this is the reason, as the covalent bonds formed or which exist between carbon and carbon, it will be very strong. That is the reason your compounds will be stable, because the bonds are strong. And it can form large number of compounds with many carbon atoms linked to each other. 1, 2, 3. It can go on. Okay? It's the, compound ka molecular mass can even go up to 10 raised to 12, 13. The molecular mass of compound, organic compound, 10 raised to 12 or 10 raised to 13. And this is not at all a small number. You can imagine how big the compound will be. So since carbon ka valence is 4, it can form 4 bonds or 4 bonding with other atoms. Double bond is also fine, triple bond is also fine, single bond is also fine. है ना? Okay. So, and as I told you about the nucleus. The nucleus, as the size is small, it can hold on to the shared pair of electrons strongly, and that makes the covalent bond strong, and the compounds will be stable. So most of the compounds which we have seen as CH4, C2H6, it has only 2 elements, carbon and hydrogen. So these kind of compounds which has only carbon and hydrogen in them, they are called as hydrocarbons. Very easy to remember, right? Hydrogen, carbons. So the organic compounds which contains, which has or which is made up of only carbon and hydrogen, they are called as hydrocarbons. But there are other carbon compounds where you can find the hetero elements, because usually organic compounds में the main 2 elements will be here. Obviously carbon has to be there, it is carbon and its compound, so carbon and hydrogen. So compounds of carbon are formed with oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine. So usually it forms, generally if you can look at into the numerous examples, you will find numerous examples for organic compounds. Usually it will be, the heteroatoms is sulfur, chlorine, nitrogen, oxygen. ठीक है? Okay, so obviously when there is this different atom attached to your compound, the properties will also change, है ना? So the property will depend on these heteroatoms also. So what kind of the heteroatom has been linked to your compound, that will confer some properties to your compounds, and it is heteroatoms. We call it as heteroatoms. Hetero is different. है ना, because organic compounds means usually the main two elements will be carbon and hydrogen. So here these elements are different from those two, that is the reason they are called as heteroatoms. ठीक है, okay, and I have already told you about the size. Why the covalent bonds are stable? That is because of the smaller size of your carbon atom. Saturated compounds, example methane CH4, ethane C2H6, propane C3H8. You can see there are no multiple bonds between carbon atoms, all single, right? So they are called as saturated compounds, and as I told you before, they are not that reactive. So this is what is CH4, methane. So carbon has 4 valency and it has 4 valence electron. It will share electrons with the 4 different hydrogen atoms and forms 4 single covalent bond, and you will get the compound methane CH4, and this is what is electron dot structure. And if you want to know the line structure, it is this one, CH4. This is the line structure, and where you are showing the overlapping of the orbits, it is what is known as electron dot structure. Ethane is C2H6. First there will be one bond between carbon and you just need to satisfy the valency. ठीक है, ethane, अच्छा, 2 carbon atoms, first write down, and ethane, no, single bond, it is saturated compound, so the rest, the valency satisfy with the hydrogen atoms, that is it. This is how you write the structure. Now can you draw the structure of propane? They have given the molecular formula, they have said C3H8, right? Acha, we'll do it. I'll write it here. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms I have written. So they have given me the molecular formula, well and good. But if they have given only the name, how to know how many hydrogen atoms are there? I'll teach you in the next session about this homologous series. Don't worry, it is very interesting session. But right now, though, we don't know how many hydrogen atoms are there. So what I will do is, so 3 carbon atoms I have written, and it is a saturated compound, so there are no double or triple bond. Then the rest valency you just satisfy using the hydrogen atom. What is this? Every carbon atom should have 4 bonds, है ना? Then only its valency will be satisfied. Just fill it: hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Count the number of atoms: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C3H8, your propane is here. ठीक है? Done. As I told you, they are not very reactive because their valency are satisfied. So you will study about this single bond and double bond. So what happens is, so first there are 2 types of bonding, sigma and pi bond. You will study about this in detail when you go to grade 11 and 12. So sigma bond is very strong compared to your pi bond. Okay, so pi bond, no, it is not strong, it is not that stable, it can be easily broken. So that makes your unsaturated compounds reactive. So that is one reason. Okay. So what is this unsaturated compound? Where the compounds where there will be multiple bonds, that is double or triple bond between 2 carbon atoms. C2H4 is called ethene. Acha. C, there are only 4 hydrogen. I have written, I'll write it. But look at the valency, is it satisfied? Carbon has only 3 bonds. Carbon is only, each carbon is bonded only to 3 other atoms. So its valence is not satisfied. So I'll put another bond between carbon, and this is what is your ethene. So also known as alkenes. If there is a double bond between carbon and carbon in the hydrocarbon, such compounds they are known as alkenes. Okay? Draw the electron dot structure. See, if they ask you for the electron dot structure, draw the orbit, carbon, carbon, and show the overlapping. Okay? First is CC and then just complete the valency. This is the line structure of ethene. Okay. All the bonds will be done by sharing of electrons only. Okay, that is the line structure. This is the electron dot structure. Line mein, so the shared pair of electrons is one shared pair of electron is equal to one bond, right? So we are showing the structure of the bond, of the compound by drawing the bonds. That is what is line structure. Here electron dot structure is, we are showing how exactly the electrons is being shared between the different atoms. So this is the electron dot structure. See, this is the orbit and you are showing the overlapping. That means these 4 electrons belong to this carbon as well as this carbon atom. Okay, so this is the electron dot structure of ethene. Now this C2H2 is called ethine. What is ethine? Are C2H2? 1, 2, 3. H. See, carbon, this carbon atom, 4 bonds, done. This carbon atom, 4 bonds, done. This is what is known as ethine. So the carbon, the hydrocarbons in which you can find triple bond, 3 bonds between carbon and carbon is what is known as alkyne. About this alkyne, alkenes we will study in detail, but you should know, right? You should know the difference between unsaturated में there are 2 types. Double bond is also possible, triple bond is also possible. So I am just telling you the names now. Alkenes, double bond, alkynes, triple bond. Can you draw the electron dot structure of ethine? Okay, C. So 3 pair of electrons are shared. And show the overlapping. And here 2 electrons are shared between hydrogen. You need to show the overlapping now. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, on the notebook I can, draw it pretty well. So this is how you should write the electron dot structure of ethine. Done. So as I told you, if the hydrocarbons, if you can see a double bond or triple bond between the carbon atoms, then such kind of compounds, they are called as unsaturated carbon compounds, and they are reactive. Comparatively, see, carbon organic compounds are not reactive, like how the moment you add sodium to water it starts reacting and all that. So organic compounds, generally their reactivity is less compared to inorganic compounds. But here if you want to compare the reactivity of saturated and unsaturated, as I've already told you the reason, unsaturated compounds are more reactive than the saturated compounds. So in today's session we learned about what makes our carbon so versatile and why is it Surabhi Ma'am's favorite element. So I guess I have not told you, I really like carbon, and I don't know, the reaction mechanisms and all, it's super cool. That is the reason I have done my masters in organic chemistry. This is what makes our carbon super special. And in the next session we'll be discussing about the homologous series. I told you, right, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, what is that? So what is that? What will happen when when a heteroatom is linked to your hydrocarbon? So how will its properties change? What are those called as? So that is what we will be studying about in next session. Of course, it is going to be super fun. And your homework question, you remember, right? So which is the other element that exhibits catenation? Write it down in the comment section. And if you want to take up this subscription, if you're still confused how and what are the steps, just visit vdnt.in/ytpro, the link given in the description box. 3 easy peasy steps. Choose your grade, get target, and click on the get subscription. And do not forget to use the coupon code. Yes, it is SURPRO. And if anyone is feeling these sessions should have been live, don't worry. So as soon as we come back, I'll take a live session again, maybe one short revision or revising, or again maybe if you want I can discuss these topics again also, so don't worry about it. And if you like the session, if you enjoyed it, do not forget to like and share with your friends also, so even they can learn what makes our carbon so special. And click that subscription button if you have not subscribed it. And you can always reach out to me at srivi.r@vedanta.com. Thank you so much. Till we meet again, keep loving chemistry, elementary chemistry by Vedantu, and your master teacher Srivi. Bye bye.